Thank you for tuning in to another video. This week's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be going over the Quinte region price history. So this is a report that I created. It's on my website. It's been on there for a few months. I just updated it with the January 2024 data. So it's a report that basically outlines pricing in the Quinte region, how we got here, what's driving pricing, what's coming to the area, migration, population growth, all of these things that basically make up why prices are the way they are in our area. Data goes from January 2005 to our latest data in January 2024. So 19 years of data with HPI, benchmark price, population, like I said, and what's coming to the area. So hopefully you find some value in this. There's going to be a download link in the description below so you can access this report yourself, go over it. And if you don't like, the way that I go over it, you can go over it on your own time. Or if you don't like me talking, you can just read it and not have to listen to me. So let's get into the slides. First page, table of contents, pretty straightforward. This just shows what's going to be in the report. So definitions, house price index, benchmark price, right? These are dated back from 2005 to our current 2024 numbers. Population, draws to the area, inflation impacts on housing, and then future projections, and then a contact page. So you know how to contact me. Page 2, this is definitions. So definitions goes over what house price index is. I'm not going to do it for you because you can read, and you've heard me say what house price index is enough times. Benchmark price, again, just another metric of tracking this house price index, but in a dollar figure. Composite means all residential properties. So when I talk about the composite benchmark price or the composite HPI, that's including condos, single family, detached, townhouses. Whereas if you go into specific categories, instead of composite, you could say maybe condo prices during this time or semi-detached prices during this time. And inflation, when the general prices of goods or services in the economy go up over time. So we all know what inflation is, or at least have an idea of inflation because it's been such a hot topic. So that's what inflation is, and that's a big driver of why prices are the way they are today. Next page, we've got our house price index, HPI graph, and benchmark price graph. So like I said, the data goes from January 2005 until January of 2024, 19 years of data. As I've said in the past, if you've watched other videos of mine, the difference between HPI and benchmark price is that HPI started in January 2005 as a base value of 100. So HPI in January 2005 was 100, and then it increases from there. Benchmark price was a dollar figure in January of 2005, and then it increases in a dollar amount from there. So most people actually look at benchmark price because it makes more sense because there's a dollar figure attached to it instead of just a base value of 100. But I'm going to be using HPI just for simplicity in this case, in this explanation, because we start at 100. So we know what our starting point is. In both cases, from January 2005 to January 2024, we've increased 240.1%. So for an explanation, I'm going to read this off, but these are my own words. I just can't memorize it for you. HPI was initially tracked starting in January 2005 and demonstrated a consistent and stable growth until 2016. Over this 11-year period, from January 2005 to January 2016, HPI climbed from its baseline value of 100 to 137.1, representing a 37.1% increase. This translates to an average annualized increase of approximately 3.37% per year during that period. This data illustrates the gradual but steady growth in house prices over this specific time frame. Next, the region experienced a significant surge in growth from 2016 to 2020. So this is when we were discovered basically by the Toronto and GTA markets, as evidenced in the HPI, which rose from 137.1 in January of 2016 to 221.3 in January of 2020. Now, this is all pre-pandemic, right? This impressive increase occurred in a mere 4-year span, surpassed the growth achieved in the previous 11 years from 2005 to 2016. HPI surged 47% during these 4 years, indicating an annualized increase of approximately 11.7%. So that is basically close to 4 times what it was annualized in the previous 11 years. This rapid acceleration in prices highlights the dynamic and robust housing market during that time, right? So we had more stuff going on, more people coming here. Like I said, more people from the GTA coming here, more industry coming here, and we're just discovered more during that time. COVID-19 pandemic, we all know what happened there, had a profound impact on housing markets, including the Quinte region. HPI reached its peak at 425.5 in March of 2022. So that was our peak of the market. Some places it was February. For us, it was March. Several factors contributed to the surge, notably record low interest rates, soaring inflation rates, and increased prevalence of remote work opportunities. So that, again, people coming from other bigger city centers with higher salaries being able to pay more for housing. However, the HPI has since experienced a correction, and the latest data point in this presentation from January of 2024 shows a decline to 340.9. Despite the correction, from January 2005 to January 2024, our 19-year span, the HPI has experienced an annualized growth of approximately 12.6%. Now that we've got all the HPI benchmark price numbers out of the way, let's look at population growth. So population from 2005 to 2024 over the Quinte region has rose 13.2%. And this includes Quinte West, Belleville, Prince Edward County, and Brighton, the populations that I was able to pull. So in 2005, population of these four areas was 127,267 people. Now we're at 144.75. Quinte West, slight increase. We're going from about 42,000 to 44,000. Belleville has the biggest increase by far out of these, 48,000, almost 49,000 to over 60,000 now. So big increase in Belleville. Prince Edward County, pretty much on par with what it was in 2005. I mean, some people who were living in the county now have moved to Belleville and aged because they need to be closer to things and amenities. There's obviously been people going to the county, moving there from the GTA, from Toronto, from Montreal, from Ottawa, but a lot of these people are second home, so their primary residence is still in a different area. Brighton, decent increase, 10,000 to 13,000. So again, Brighton, we're closer to the GTA. There's people who are moving there, retiring there, and realizing the quality of life could be better for their lifestyle than being in Toronto. Draws to the Quinte area. Why are people moving here? Why is industry moving here? Why are our prices going up? Well, there's stimulus in the economy because companies are coming here. They realize that we're along the 401 corridor, right between Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa. It's a good hub. It's a great industrial hub. Lots of industrial activity going on in Belleville, Quinte West. Brighton, not so much. Prince Edward County, no, but huge tourism industry in Prince Edward County because of the wine country. It's not along the 401 corridor, so you're not going to see a bunch of trucking and stuff there. So industry, schools too. I mean, we've got great schools, some private schools, some semi-private schools, Catholic, public schools, good class sizes compared to if you're coming from a bigger city center. And again, tourism. So not only Prince Edward County, but Bay of Quinte does have a lot to offer. You're getting access to Presqu'île Bay, Lake Ontario, Bay of Quinte, huge fishing hub for people who are into fishing. Prince Edward County, we all know what's going on in Prince Edward County. Wine tours, sandbanks, we've got provincial parks, we've got so much tourism in Prince Edward County. So this is all draws to the area, even if you're not living in, let's say, the county. If you're living in Belleville, Quinte West, you're just a 30-minute day trip away from all you have to offer in the county. Inflation, everybody's favorite topic lately. So I did a little inflation calculator. The value of our loonie since 2005 has decreased 34%. So if a dollar is a dollar in 2005 in your bank account, it's 66 cents now in your bank account in 2024 for what you can buy. And this was just calculated using the CPI numbers, going year by year and calculating it out. Obviously, we know if you had your money invested or in an asset, you're going to have a lot more than 34% growth over this 19-year time. But inflation is a huge contributor to why prices are the way they are, right? Because if money's worth less, if inflation is high, that means asset values increase. So housing is an asset and house prices increase because land costs increase, materials increase, et cetera, et cetera. Last but not least, future growth. So what's coming to the area and why prices may continue to climb, why population may continue to climb, and why our area will become more popular as time goes on. So we've got Amazon coming to Belleville, as a lot of people know, huge project, huge driver for jobs, population growth. We're talking like thousands of people coming to the area if they're working at Amazon, or maybe a family member is working at Amazon. So if you take a 60,000 population city and add 1,000 people, that's huge. That's almost 2% population growth just from one company coming. Black Bear Golf Course. So there's a huge initiative for Black Bear. This is a big plan, 15, 20-year plan, but this is going to be resort style homes, 3,000 homes, condos, townhomes, detached homes, a whole resort community. So if a plan like this, not saying Black Bear is the only thing that's going to happen, but if we've got people investing money into 3,000 homes and billion-dollar projects in the area, that definitely means strong economic growth for the area and more people coming, more jobs, more tourism. Porta condos. Condos in Belleville, 3 towers. Now, this is a developer coming from Toronto doing a boutique style condo project. Clearly, they see a market, they see something that they can sell. They see end users in Belleville and Quinte West and surrounding area. They see people wanting to come here from other areas and invest. Condo projects like this, if Port is successful, may continue to happen, which will also drive economic growth, population growth, and probably price growth. Downtown Belleville, downtown Quinte West, they're trying to stimulate the downtown. They're trying to help out downtown businesses, get more residential downtown, get our downtown really thriving so it becomes a tourism hub, because you need to have, you don't need to, but having a nice downtown is a huge draw to the city. So there's some future growth for our area, and why I think prices are probably poised to increase more, because if we look at where we are compared to surrounding areas, even if we go a little bit further west, there's a lot less to offer besides proximity to the GTA. So as more people come here, as more people can work remotely, as we get more high-paying, high-income jobs, I predict that the population growth, economic growth, and probably house price growth will grow in our area. Last but not least, the contact page. So this is how you contact me. If you've been watching my videos or a part of my newsletter, you watch these videos and get these videos hopefully every week. So hopefully you found some value in this Quinte Price Index. It's a little bit different, a little bit longer video, but I prepared this, so I might as well talk to you about it. Thanks for watching. Again, link in the description if you want the full PDF version, and we'll see you next week for a new video.